I believe in dreams, and I believe we shape the world we live in through our actions. And I believe in open cities where public spaces belong to the people. And I believe that communities are built doing together, and that true democracy is built through participation and interaction. Now I'm going to tell you a story about what can happen if you believe hard enough, have the guts to question how things are done, and ask, what if? I had a fun idea. I wanted to do a mobile bicycle bar. Imagine the picture. It's a sunny summer day. You're chilling in the park with your friends having a picnic, and you're running out of food and drinks. You're too lazy to go to the supermarket to get some more. Then someone arrives with a cargo bike and asks, would you like to have a drink? A beer? A glass of wine? Maybe a sandwich to go with it? A tapas plate? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I agree. That would be nice. Well, officially, this is impossible to do. There is absolutely no way of getting all the licenses needed. And the bureaucracy involved? Don't even mention that. In Finland, we live in a society where almost every aspect of your life is highly controlled and regulated. And the bureaucracy is so extensive and heavy that it definitely doesn't encourage you to try out new things. Now imagine a different world. What if for one day there were no regulations, no limitations, but instead a complete freedom to realize what you always dreamed of? Well, we decided to try that out with my friends and just do it. No permissions, no licenses, no barriers, no obstacles, no thinking or asking what is possible, what's allowed, what might be illegal. We set a date, May 21st, 2011, and we called it Restaurant Day, a food carnival when anyone can open up a pop-up restaurant, café, or a bar anywhere they want. And this is what happened.
We need to take it back, rumble in the jungle. The head honcho, Kid Congo, means trouble. For the not knowers, I was born inside the borders of a land with the greatest treasures ever known to man. Overstand, everything works according to the plan. Your soul weighs 21 grams, my man. Lightweight, fuck on my space, I need my space, yeah. Socially overworked on the net, migraines. Dope is on the set, bet at all my names. Gracias, no Hall of Fame fame, just a whole lot of game. It ain't a thing. Hey yo, study slang thing, banging man, never lounge where the lames hang. Prosperity and peace gotta maintain. Elevated states, we all in the same plane. Dedication, I've been patiently waiting for the top floor accommodation. Brand new high, bound to fly your way. But hey, how things on your side? Dedication to you and yours. Dedication to you and yours.
I have to tell you, it was pretty crazy, and it still is. People opening pop-up restaurants in gardens, in inner courtyards, attics, basements, barns, teepees, yards, tents, boats, wine cellars, unused railroad tracks, and even carpet washing docks. It changed my home city Helsinki completely for a day. The streets were filled with people who were happy, laughing, and talking with each other. There was a new kind of sense of community in the air, and so many delicious dishes. Crayfish soup, mushroom risotto, buckthorn chocolate truffles, grilled Kobe beef, frog legs, licorice herring, chocolate-covered bacon, Mars bar cheesecakes, and even grasshoppers. The creative madness that was unleashed on restaurant day when the people were given the possibility to realize their wildest ideas was amazing. So many new fresh restaurant concepts that we never could have thought of beforehand. There was a sushi auction where you had to bid to get food. There was blinis on a basket from the third floor window, finger food restaurant for babies, a restaurant for dogs, champagne tasting on a hot air balloon flight, hot chocolate mustache cafe, a cupcake lab where you could design the toppings yourself, and a pie cafe where they were serving dirty jokes alongside with the pies. There was a Viking menu in a tattoo shop, a tea party at women's underwear shop, after-ski restaurant done by wannabe ballerinas, and a restaurant where you got hangover pizzas together with painkillers and everybody was watching MacGyver together. There was a Somali dinner in Somali home, and I have to ask you, is there any better way of meeting new people, experiencing a country as a tourist, or integrating into a new place as an immigrant, than around a shared dinner table? I believe not, because food unifies people. Now we all have dreams, and opening up your own restaurant, cafe, or a bar is a very common dream. When kids play, they play something like home or doctor, but on restaurant day, we all play restaurant together. And anyone can play this time. Anyone can participate. You don't need to be a professional. You don't even need to know how to cook. Most of the people who participate are normal people with no experience from the restaurant business or food business, just like you and me. People don't participate on restaurant day to make money. They participate because they want fun experiences together. In fact, most of the people charge very little for the food they're serving, just enough to cover the costs. On the other hand, many donate the profits to charity. And then, for example, in Nicaragua, there was a restaurant where the food could be paid either by reciting a poem or singing a song in any language you wanted. In Finland, there was an artist that accepted as a form of payment old used toys that she would then use in her artwork. You know, I actually remember exactly the moment when we realized that restaurant day is getting out of hands. It was after the first restaurant day, and we got a message from a guy who wanted to make sure and confirm that the next one is happening after 3 months, because he was about to order a huge kebab grill from Germany. Whoa. That's restaurant day, and that's what makes it beautiful. Dedication. There was a guy who took a week off of his work just to be able to go fish fresh pike at the archipelago of Helsinki for his fish and chips restaurant. That's restaurant day. It's easy and spontaneous. There was a couple that was strolling around restaurant day, having a good time, eating together. Then they came home at 4 p.m. And they thought, hey, this was fun. We should participate also. Now, when most of the people wait for the 3 months to participate on the next one, this couple didn't. They thought, well, why not do it now? They put a soup on. At 5 p.m. they signed in on our website. And at 6 p.m. I was there with my friends, the first customers eating the soup. They had glitter makeup on the tables, and if you wore glitter makeup, you got a €1 discount. So there we were painting each other's faces with glitter makeup. That's restaurant day. Surprises. The chefs of the only 2 Michelin star restaurants in Helsinki were having a day off on Sunday. What do? They go to a park to barbecue hamburgers, and then they serve them for people for free. Now that's restaurant day. 2 Michelin star hamburgers in a park for free. Anything can happen. It's pretty playful. There was 2 guys that opened the first North Korean restaurant outside of North Korea. And they made a quite funny marketing campaign on Facebook, where they had the great leader Kim Il-jung looking at the dishes and inspecting the restaurant and awarding it 4 Michelin stars before it even opened. Now that's restaurant day. It's pretty crazy. There was a guy who opened up a pop-up restaurant called the Frozen Pizzeria that was serving the most beloved Dr. Oetker frozen pizzas straight from your local supermarket, heated up in an original electric oven, served with the candies of the season and the cheapest wine available. And what do you know? The guy sold out 200 pizzas with a good price. And he was featured in the biggest newspaper in Helsinki. Now that's restaurant day for you. It's new careers you didn't even consider. There was a film production company that got so excited about restaurant day that they bought 4 huge smoking pans. And then they've been ever since preparing pulled pork on restaurant day. And I've seen these guys slow braising the pork in a park. 7 hours in middle of a snow blizzard, minus 20 degrees Celsius. And what happened after? Well, now they opened a real restaurant at the meatpacking district in Helsinki. Even my little sister is doing occasional catering nowadays because the restaurant day customers want more of her cakes. Now that's restaurant day for you. And this next one I want you to picture in your minds. The ex-president and Nobel Peace Prize winner Martti Ahtisaari, 76 years old, enjoying a pop-up lunch in the park and placing his plate on top of a round trash can to eat, just because all the benches were taking. And when he was offered a seat, he was like, no, it's fine eating here. This is the way we do it on restaurant day. That's restaurant day. And that's Finland. It's all about equality. And restaurant day is all about active citizenship and participation. The mayor of Helsinki, Jussi Pajunen, stating on Monocle magazine, and I quote him, "Restaurant day is exactly the sort of project that will define our future." Restaurant day has inspired the city's population to question how things are run and to experiment and put forward new ideas of how daily life might be improved in the future. Now, the restaurant day started a snowball effect that was huge. It became an instant craze. In just half a year, it installed itself as a national phenomena, a movement. It created a new feeling, a feeling that the cities belong to the people and the citizens living there. A feeling that we have the power to change our living environments, and a feeling that a different world is possible. And along the way, Restaurant Day actually proved something about freedom, trust, participation, and change. In the beginning, there was the frustration about the bureaucracy and all the silly regulations. But personally, I don't believe in protesting. Protesting against something doesn't lead anywhere. It only leads to more confrontation and opposition. Instead, what we wanted to do with Restaurant Day is to offer a concrete, positive example of what could happen if we just for once trusted people and common sense. When people are given freedom, people also assume responsibility. When you dream, you have to set your goals high, look further ahead and go after the impossible. Our goal with Restaurant Day is to share the fun and make the experiences we've had possible for everyone all over the world. Last August in Helsinki alone, over 500 pop-up restaurants opened for Restaurant Day. And if you consider that we've got about 600,000 inhabitants, that's quite a number. If you put it on scale, it's about the same as 7,000 pop-up restaurants opened in New York or London for one day only. Now, we're not quite there yet, and you might be thinking that, whoa, that sounds pretty great, but it would never work where I live in. Well, you're probably wrong. First of all, it shouldn't have worked in Finland either. And second, it's probably already happening where you live in a smaller scale. 2 years ago, I talked with a Russian journalist who was visiting Helsinki on Restaurant Day, and she said to me, "You know, this is a really interesting idea, but it could never happen in Russia. People don't trust each other. And they wouldn't dare to do it and open restaurants because the police would stop them. And the police, as you know, can be pretty harsh in Russia." Well, we kind of proved her wrong. Restaurant Day is spreading in Russia at the moment like wildfire. All across the country from St. Petersburg to Vladivostok. Hundreds of pop-up restaurants opening. There's a medieval pop-up restaurant where the waiters are dressed up as orcs and elves. There's an ambulance bar where doctors are giving drinks prescriptions. There's a guy cooking chicken on the steam of an old Soviet car motor inside the booth. You name it, you got it. On Restaurant Day, anything is possible. And it's not only Russia where it's on. Amsterdam, Copenhagen, Reykjavik, Budapest, Tokyo. Restaurant day pop-ups have been spreading as far as New Zealand or Tanzania or Brazil or in the middle of French Pacific. There's even been a pop-up lunch on a catamaran over the blue waters of the Caribbean. That sounds nice, doesn't it? In only 2 years, Restaurant Day has become an international movement and a worldwide phenomena. What started as a crazy idea has now become the world's biggest food carnival. That currently happens 4 times a year in 55 countries worldwide. During these 2.5 years, altogether over 8,500 one-day restaurants by over 35,000 self-made restaurateurs have catered for over 930,000 customers. But this is only the beginning. When you dream, you have to set your goals high, look further ahead, and go after the impossible. We want to establish Restaurant Day as a tradition and as part of the international festive calendar. The same kind of holiday as Christmas or Easter, when everyone knows what to do and everyone can participate, even though no one really has to organize anything centrally. And I mean, after all traditions, all movements, and all revolutions, they start somewhere. On Restaurant Day, thousands of people all over the world are doing it already. So it's on. It's happening. So how about you? Are you getting hungry watching the photos? Feel like opening up your own pop-up restaurant? Why not? Join the movement. Join the Worldwide Food Carnival. And check out at restaurantday.org when the next one is going to be on. Thank you.